friends, Misty here with Queen Bee's Vintage. Welcome to or welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all staying safe, healthy, and strong. Today we are going to be working on this dresser that sits in my entryway. It sits right below where I did the hanging ladder. If you guys haven't seen this video, I posted it on Monday and kind of showed a step-by-step process of how I built and created this look. So if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description box below. Several of you have, first of all, thank you guys so much for all of your wonderful comments in regards to the hanging ladder and my Easter mantle and garden gate DIY tutorial. I have read every single one of them and love and appreciate you all. Thank you. A lot of you have said that you're really enjoying the videos, that it's brightening your day and taking your mind off of stressful matters. So I'm thrilled to hear that. That is why we do this. And I just love sharing my passions with you guys. So I'm thrilled that you guys are enjoying it. And again, thank you for the wonderful comments. In regards to the comments, some of you have asked about the ladder, and I did mention that I had one linked in my Amazon shop, and some of you were having a hard time finding that. It is not the exact same ladder that I used. Like I said, my ladder is a 3-foot ladder that a dear friend of mine creates here locally, and I purchased it from her. But I did find a 4.5-foot ladder. It's really cool. It's got a distressed look to it, and that is linked in the Amazon shop. It is under the farmhouse decor category. I think I'm going to go ahead and link it into my Easter decor. A lot of you have reached out in regards to some of the things I had on my mantle. I went through my Amazon shop and tried to find some bunnies that are similar. In fact, I found the female bunny that is exact to the one I have. So all those are linked under Easter decor. No pressure. If you guys are interested and looking for some inspiration though, I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. And so today we are going to get into this. I've pulled some of my Easter decor and some of the things I purchased in a haul earlier prior to the quarantine and self-distancing. So I've set that stuff aside, and I'm going to start trying to style this and create a fun Easter vignette that will tie in with the Easter tree and the hanging ladder. So with that being said, let's get into the video. This is the piece we're working with. I left this cute little vintage wooden stool up here because I think that I am going to be using it in the vignette. So I'm going to just start grabbing some things and putting them out, and we'll see what we can come up with. Some of you might remember him from my haul video. He was purchased at Marshall's. Mom and I both purchased one of these, and we absolutely love it. So I am going to be placing him, I think, up on this. Let's try him up here and see what we think. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust this now. I think he looks really cute. I like the way he's kind of tying in with the tree. And we will take the camera off the tripod and get a good look at everything once we get it all placed. The cord. So when I hung the chandelier in the ladder video, I talked about how we're gonna have to try to hide this cord. So what my thought is, and I hope it'll work out, is I am going to take this gold vase. Well, it's more of an urn. It's a resin. And I picked this up at a thrift store. It was only $2. And I want to put it up here. And then I want to take this Easter egg moss tree. I actually created this last spring, and I do have a DIY tutorial for it. So if you haven't seen it, or if you're interested in creating one of these yourself, I will have that linked in the description box below. So what I want to do is set this up in the urn. And it's hiding the cord pretty well. The way the eucalyptus garland comes down from the ladder, I think it's going to hide it as best as I can, considering. So let's see what we can do. There's a little cord showing down here lower, so I have an idea for some things I want to put in front of that. Let's see. These might be too low. Yeah, let's not do that. I have this arrangement, and I'm sorry I created this off camera, but what I did, I had this flower garden galvanized pail. I've had this for a few years. It was a Michael's find. I took some of these hydrangeas. I've had these for a few years also. They are Michael's, and I have seen them the last couple years in there, but they almost have they feel like they're dried or dehydrated. And I just put some inexpensive pink roses throughout. This fun stuff is from the $99 store, and I've had it for a couple years as well. But they also sell great sprays like this at Hobby Lobby. And then I put, for those of you that watched the Easter tree video, you saw these cute little top hat bunny picks. I had 2 of those picks left over, and I want to incorporate them into the rest of the decor in the entryway. So I put one of them in this, and maybe we can put this here. Let's see. Well, that definitely hides the lower part of the cord. Let me move this in a little. I think that'll be okay. It definitely covers the cord. So let's see. I have this little piece I created several years ago. We had an Alice in Wonderland graduation party for my daughter, and it was very over the top. My husband did a 10 by 10 mural that was Alice in Wonderland themed. And that was the backdrop for photos and everything. And I created a bunch of whimsical table settings. And this is one of the things that I created. This is just an vintage silver plate teapot. And I draped some pearls and put some roses in here, a little bit of hydrangea, some feathers, and these cute metal butterfly picks that I've had forever. And I just kept it together because I think it's kind of fun to put out at Easter. So I'm thinking I might want to put this down here in front of this little stool. Let's see. Maybe we'll put the tulips up here. So I have this neat crystal vintage bowl. I picked this up at a thrift store several years ago, and I've put some Excelsior down inside it. And I think I want to put this here in the center. And then I have a bunch of these cute little wreaths that I got at the 99-cent store last year. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stick this down in here. I'm going to let some of the Excelsior kind of come up around it, kind of just creating a little nest. And then let's try putting this darling little bunny. He is a Ross find. And let's put him down in the center. I like that. Okay, let's see. And the kids really wanted me to leave the bubblegum machine out. They are having a lot of fun with this. So I thought about putting like some eggs down in here, but as I said, the kids enjoy the bubblegum. So I'm gonna put this Sorry friends, a phone call came in. So I've got the bubblegum machine placed down here. If you hear a lot of crashing and racket in the background, the wind is blowing so bad today. It's whipping things around outside, things are blowing over, so that's what's going on if you hear a bunch of noise in the background. Let's see. I've got these little, they're faux mercury glass eggs. They do light up. I think I'm gonna tuck one back here, just for a little pop of color back there. And then this little bunny, I created this and I have a DIY for it. I'm gonna show it at the end of the video. So if you're interested in making some of these, just stay tuned at the end. And I think I just wanna put this right here. Okay, so I have this little basket and I really want my bunny to hold the basket. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take some Excelsior, and you can find this sometimes at the dollar store. You can definitely find it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. And yes, it's messy, but it's worth it. So I'm going to just stick some of that into the basket. And I have some of these pink little paper crinkles. I'm just going to add a little touch of these into that just for a little bit of color. And then I have these 3 styrofoam eggs. These were actually in a little dollar store Easter basket that I took apart. And I'm gonna just lay these in my basket. So I just have this little basket. It's nothing fancy, but I want to hook it onto his arm. Oop. I'm gonna have to readjust these eggs now that I have it placed. Sorry, my back's to you guys. Okay. I'll give you guys more of a close-up of that when we finish. Okay, let's see. I have these cute little fluffy party chicks is what I call them. And I think they'd be cute because of the colors and the sparkle up around my bunny. Well, if I can get him to stand up. I have another one of these light up mercury glass eggs. I don't know if you guys can see on camera that it is lit up. Let's maybe put this here. Okay, I like that. And I've got this cute Happy Easter sign. I picked this up at Ross a few years ago. And I have this little finial. This was a thrift store find. It was really an ugly green color and I chalk painted it. And I'm gonna put that here. And let's see. The only other thing I want to do is I have this little like half accent shelf over here. And let's just make sure it's clean. I've got this little faux mercury glass bunny and just a little topiary. I think this was like the 99-cent store. Let's put that here and this here. And I have this really cute Bunny Kisses and Easter Wishes egg. I picked this up at Walmart. I think it was last year. And I have a little nail up here, and I'm just going to hang this above the shelf. Okay, so I think I'm liking how it looks. And it finishes off this area. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and let's take a closer look. All right. So here's the tree, and we've got our bunny up on this little wooden stool. Here's his little basket, the tulips. I think our cord is pretty well hidden. So that is how our little vignette turned out. And you guys will get a better, fuller look of this when we do my Easter home tour soon. Some of you had questions on how I finished off the back of the ladder. I'm going to take you guys around and show you that really quickly. And then we'll get into the DIY for our little rose petal bunny. Okay, here is the back of the ladder. This is the view from the living room area. And ideally what I wanted to do is I wanted to take another eucalyptus garland, which is what I used on the front for my base, and do it around the back. I wasn't going to put any floral in. I just wanted it to be kind of simple and not busy here on the living room side. But unfortunately, I didn't have another garland, and then we went into self-quarantine, so I don't have one. This lamb's ear garland is what I had on hand, so I went ahead and draped it on the back of the ladder. And for now, it's fine. Ideally, I'd still like to get one of the eucalyptus garlands. And I noticed there was a little blue light in some of the video. I apologize for that. All I can think is maybe with the windows in the background and having the chandelier on, that created that. So I turned the chandelier off so I could give you guys a look here. Someone also wanted to see what the ladder looked like from up underneath. So I'm going to try to get you guys a good look up underneath. But that is what it looks like. So that is the back of the ladder. Now let's get into that rose petal bunny DIY. I was inspired to create this little bunny when I saw one similar to this last year at Marshall's. It was larger and more of the size of a placemat, but it was pretty pricey. It was about $14.99 for just one of them. So I thought I can do that myself. So what we're going to do today is create this smaller one, this size, because I wanted to use it as an accent piece. But down the road, I think I may make myself a bigger one that I could use as a small runner. For our rose petal bunny DIY, what I did is I went on the internet and found a silhouette of a bunny laying down, and I just printed it off on my printer. And what I'm going to do is cut this out. So now that I have my pattern cut out, I am going to take a piece of pink felt that I picked up at my local craft store. These are quite inexpensive, about 29 cents a piece, maybe 49 cents. And we're going to use some of these rose petals. I picked these up at my 99-cent store last year. And I have 3 packages, but I don't think I'll be using that many for this project. I'm now going to take my paper bunny pattern and lay it out on the pink felt. I'm going to use a fine point Sharpie and I'm going to trace around the bunny. You could use some straight pins to hold the bunny in place if you needed to, but I'm not going to do that today. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace all the way around this and then we will be cutting it out. All right, now we have our felt bunny all cut out. So you're going to want to have your hot glue gun plugged in. And what we are going to do is we are going to start taking our rose petals and we are going to glue them onto the felt. So what I want to do is take my petals and I want to place them so that the scalloped part of the edge of the petal is just barely hanging over the edge of the felt. Once I determine that spacing and distance, I am going to begin hot gluing them on. Once I get up around the ears, I will probably have to cut some of the petals down so that they fit better. I will show you when we get to that point. I will go all the way around the perimeter of the bunny with the petals first. Once we go all the way around, we will start in with our second layer of petals, moving towards the inside or center of the bunny. So I'm going to come up this way with the petals on the ears. So I'm not going to cut it for the ear. I think in laying them out this way, it's worked out. Now that I have gone completely around the edge of my bunny, I am going to start in on my second layer. And what I'm going to do is just take my petal and bring it slightly in so that what it will do is cover the pointed end of the petal that I'm laying it down over, but it will not cover the scalloped edge of that petal. And so I will just continue doing this all the way around again, following the pattern. And once I get that done, I will repeat the process. So I am just putting my last petal on, and now we have our completed rose petal bunny. For less than $1.50, I think this cute little project turned out so adorable. And I think it fit in really cute for adding that additional pop of pink to this vignette. I really hope you guys enjoyed the DIY as well as the Decorate With Me video that we did here today. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and please leave me a comment below. If you like what we are doing here on our channel and you'd like to follow us on this creative journey, please hit that red subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we upload a new video. I really appreciate you guys watching today, and until next time, bye-bye.